So for a change, I will start the video with a quick overview of the build and see if you like this format better. You can still find raw footage later in the video, as well as my skills and gear at the end, as always. Inna Tempest Rush was the dominant build for monks in last season, both for pushing and for high tier speed farming, and it turns out it is still quite decent at the latter. This isn't an Ingeon dependent build, which means that you generally want to aim for a few tiers higher with this, as that is where it shines the most. As for our gear, what stands out the most is that we have a Von Kim Lao as one of our weapons, and we also run a Mantle of Channeling and a Taeguk gem. Since it is a purely channeling build, it only makes sense to use these items. Apart from stacking cooldown reduction left and right, we also have an Obsidian Ring of the Zodiac in the cube, as well as a Fragment of Distraction in our helm. These will ensure that we get a Mystical Eye reset in every few seconds, as long as we keep on channeling. You should also have a single resource cost reduction roll on your gear, as you will likely run into some spirit issues every now and then. Von Kim Lao, being the heart of this build, will make our Tempest Rush constantly spam Cyclone Strike on any mob it touches. And speaking of Tempest Rush, we use the Electric Field rune, which will allow us to group up monsters from like half a screen, while also applying Bindings of the Lesser Gods to everything without even stopping. And it isn't even required to have Cyclone Strike on our bar for this. Mystical Eye with the Fire Ally rune is our only damage source, and our generator is mainly there to proc the other half of the Focus and Restraint set, while the rest of the abilities are only there for defensive and mobility reasons. The general gameplay follows like this, so you hold down your Tempest Rush whenever you are near mobs, stopping only for a single generator attack every few seconds, while you keep spamming your Mystical Eye like a maniac. And this is it for the most part. You generally want to avoid pressing your other cooldown abilities as much as possible, simply because they will compete for your Zodiac and Distraction procs, greatly reducing the overall damage you deal. With this in mind, press your Dashing Strike only to close gaps between groups of monsters, and save your Serenity for elites or dangerous mobs, where otherwise you might drop your skirts. And generally do not bother pressing your mantra, because you're likely not gonna have enough spirit to do so anyway. So this was my quick overview. If you have additional questions, feel free to put them down in the comments below. I leave you with some raw footage of one of my better runs, while I also show my gear at the end if you are interested. See you next time.
Yet recharged. I must wait to use that ability. Brave beneath the endless tide. It is not ready yet. I don't have enough spirit. Ability is not yet recharged. My mind is stronger. Feel the wrath of Mutahan. It is not ready yet. I must wait to use that ability. You are defeated. That ability is not yet recharged. I must wait to use that ability. Great
come.